Hey, so I want to tell you guys about one of the best credit cards to build credit. And this credit card that I want to tell you guys about is the Nrewards credit card, and it's with Navy Federal Credit Union. So with this credit card, they can actually increase your credit limit to $2,000 in as little as 3 months. So you can put down a $200 deposit because it is a secure credit card, and then they'll increase it to a $2,000 limit. You can see right here, some people say that they didn't even have to ask. They increased it without asking. Somebody just reminded us that, yes, they can do this, Rickita, but it's now 3 months instead of 6 months. And we'll go deeper into that also. I want to tell you guys about the graduating process. And then you can just see other people saying that they actually got approved. So I'm really happy about that. Now, when it comes down to this credit card, there's different amounts that you can put down. So you guys can put down just $200. You don't have to put down, $1,000, $2,000. You can just put down $200, and then in as little as 3 months, you have the option of possibly getting that account upgraded. And they have details on that, and we're going to go over that fully. Let me show you what I mean by they'll do it for you all in about 3 months, because it's not the same for everybody. Sometimes it's going to take 6 months. So look right here, you guys. So after 3 months, you could be eligible for an upgrade that provides you additional credit without an additional security deposit. Whether your credit limit is increased will depend on your current credit limit and other factors. Now, I talked to you guys before about the Discover It's Secure credit card. With that, when they tell you, hey, you better not have new credit accounts on your credit reports, you better make sure you're paying your bills on time, and then you have a chance of getting your account increased in about 7 months, 6 to 7 months. I want you all to do that same thing with this credit card, because they're going to start looking at 3 months. It's not a guarantee that they're going to increase it at that 3 months, but they're going to start looking at that 3 month mark. If you all are using a lot on this credit card, say if you get a $200 limit, I always tell people, don't let them report more than $10 to the credit bureau. So if you use the full $200 on this credit card, you want to make sure that you're paying off your full statement balance. And then if you want to, charge $10 after you pay off your full balance, just so that something can actually report. But you want to keep your balance low and make sure you don't have new accounts. But that's going to help you all get that upgrade. Now, then they said, then about 6 months, we'll review your credit card account monthly to see if you're eligible to have your savings account hold removed. Because when you do a account with them, when you get your secure credit card, they're actually going to put that money into a separate savings account for you, where that money will be held there. So they're saying at the 6 month mark, that's when they usually get the increase to $2,000, and they get their money back. Whatever you paid them, you get that money back. But at that 6 month mark, that's when I see a lot of people actually get that increase. So they're saying that they're going to start checking your account monthly. So if I were you, I would keep the balance low on that credit card, and I'll make sure everything is paid on time. I don't have new negative accounts. If you have negative accounts in your credit reports, definitely work on that. We could talk about that later too. But that's going to give you guys a greater chance of getting your account unsecured. Now that you know how you can actually get this account unsecured, because that's like one of the biggest things. Put $200 down, wait about 6 months, you can go to 2K. That's kind of the thing with Navy Federal. I want you to know that there's other secure credit cards that's similar to this. So this credit card graduates. Graduates is what we went over. Now, for Capital One, they graduate too. They're saying, hey, put $200 down. In about 6 months, we'll increase your credit limit and give you your money back. So check out the Capital One credit card and the Discover is secure credit card, because I told you all about that also. But the key is just make sure you keep your balance low and you pay your bills on time. Like, you'll be good. And comment below if you had this credit card. Tell me how long it took for it to upgrade, if it ever upgraded, because somebody said that theirs never, it was at that 6 month mark, but it didn't upgrade. I suggest that if you're at that 6 month mark and it didn't upgrade, call them and ask them, hey, is this something I need to be doing? Do you know of any tips to get it to upgrade? Talk to them, you guys. Call Navy Federal and see what you have to do to get that upgrade. And also, not only should you wait until that 6 month mark, I will wait until 6 billing statements come out. Like, wait till 6 statements come out. So you may not get a statement for a whole month, so you have to wait till those statements come out, because I usually see people get their increase after their billing statement. Somebody asks, is it going to be on the statement date? I always say just wait after that statement date and call them and see. But sometimes this process is automated. I usually tell people though to call just to get making sure it's in their mind, because usually when people call, it seems like it happens faster. I don't know. Call them just to make sure and see if there's anything that you can do. Now you're going to really start building your credit, because this credit card is going to report to all 3 credit bureaus. You just want to make sure that you keep your utilization low on your credit card. So if you start with a $200 credit card, make sure that they're not reporting more than $10 to the credit bureaus. That's going to keep your utilization at 5%. That's where I want you all at. And that's going to make sure that your credit score is going up. It's just the point that any credit card you get, if they're reporting to the credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, they're going to report good things. And once they see these good things, that you're paying on time, you're keeping a balance low, that's going to make your credit score go up. So just make sure that you just keep your balance low, because that's going to help you out a lot. Now, I don't like to pay interest on my credit card. So what I like to do is I like to pay my full statement balance in full. I don't like to just pay minimum payments, because if you pay just the minimum payments, everything that you're charging on your credit card is going to get charged interest. And I don't want to be charged interest, because that's a lot of money. So what I like to do is I like to pay my full statement balance. Look, because they give you different amounts when you're paying your bill. Pay your full statement balance, and if you want to charge your card after that because you don't have the money, because that could be a situation. I want people to know about that. I went through that before where I had to just use the money after I paid the statement balance. That's fine, because you're not going to be charged that interest. So I like that option too, but don't let that interest sit there. Don't let the balance sit there, because you're going to get charged interest on that. So I like to just pay it off in full. And if I need to use that credit card, I would. But I usually wait until 3 days after my due date to use a credit card, because what's going to happen is they usually report to the credit bureaus 3 days after your due date. That's usually when your statement comes out. So when your statement come out, what's on your statement is what they're reporting. So I usually let them report that nothing's there. You know, Rickita is keeping the balance really low. She's paying it off in full. And then I will use that credit card after that. I know that a lot of people had credit cards before and they messed them up and they went through a bankruptcy and they're trying to get back in. If you went through a bankruptcy, Navy Federal, I would say they still bankruptcy friendly, as long as you didn't burn them, as long as you didn't include them in your bankruptcy. Some people say if you paid off your balance with Navy Federal, you can still get back in. Start off with a secure credit card. That could still be an option, but this is definitely bankruptcy friendly. So try to see if you can get it. And I believe that you probably have a great chance of getting approved for this. Let me know if you had a bankruptcy before and if you guys was able to get approved for this. Now I have a full PDF about this on my website to show you other similar cards that's just like this, especially if you're trying to get more credit cards. If you get approved for this one, check out the other similar cards, because you have a great chance of getting those also. I think they're so much alike in terms of what's your required credit score. You know, this one is a credit card that can actually graduate. I have other credit cards that can actually graduate on there. That way you guys can start really building your credit. Now, if you had a bankruptcy before, any negative accounts, you really want to start removing those accounts, because most likely there's inaccuracies on there, stuff that's wrong. So I teach people how to remove these accounts from their credit report. So look into my exclusive membership, because that's going to give you guys a lot of knowledge on how to remove these accounts, a lot of knowledge on which credit cards you can get going forward, a lot of knowledge on third-party bureaus, and just how to overall increase your credit score. Because once your credit score is increased, there's so many other credit cards you can pre-qualify for. So check out the other credit cards on my website too that show that you can pre-qualify for them. It's over 40 credit cards you can check out that can pre-qualify you. And pre-qualification means that you could possibly get the credit card. They're going to tell you yes or no on whether you can get the credit card without giving you the hard inquiry. And this is actually one of them that can pre-qualify you. But also check out these other videos, because YouTube think that these videos are something that you'll love to watch. So check out these videos, because these are perfect videos for you. And hopefully this video was helpful. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.